is I keep getting stopped in the home improvement store, the grocery store, in the parking lot going, where'd you get those cute overalls? Well, the cute overalls are actually just basic overalls, and I added lace here and lace on the back. And I will show you how to do this without having to use a sewing machine. Part of the problem I was having is comfort. My knees are now bone on bone, and so I need operation, so comfortable clothes is really important. And I was having trouble with UTIs, and so the overalls are working great. So I'm going to show you how to do these. All right, here's a close-up. Put it on the pocket there, on this little side pocket. And then the back pockets, I wanted to show you here where it's just folded up and 2 buttons sewn on. Okay, you will need 4 buttons, and they usually come on little cards like these at fabric stores and places like craft stores and such, so you'll need 4. I like this size. You'll need safety pins, needle and thread, and lace comes and trims come sometimes by the inch, sometimes most of the time by a yard. So you'll need a yard measurement, which is, oh no, a yard long. Okay, and then the overalls, I just got them actually on Amazon. These were $49. A little more than I usually pay, but I wear them for years. So we have 2 basic things we're going to do here. First one is you've got your bottom here. And so when you put the overalls on, fold them up where you want them. I'll try them on, and you don't even need straight pins. You can just put a safety pin on each side. And you can be particular and, you know, measure and make sure you've got, but yeah, I eyeball it. So that holds it like that. And where the biggest stress is going to be is right here at the seam, where this double seam is. So we're just going to take thread, put in your needle, and then I will lick my fingers. Wrap it around, twist it, and it makes a little knot. And looks like we need to do it again. Kind of roll it. Okay, and then I am going to take my thread with the needle and come in from the back side. And put your button. And you're going to go through all your layers of fabric, and it is jeans. One thing about these Dickie ones for women is they have a little bit of stretch to them. Well, that's attractive. Okay, let's try that again. All right. And sometimes it's hard to find the hole. And make sure that you go through all the layers of fabric, because that is what's holding your cuff. Now, if you have a sewing machine and you need, because they always are, I don't know, for me, they come too long and I'm tall. They, big pause. Okay. You can cut these off and sew them on a sewing machine. As you can see, you just go 4 or 5 times through. And then on this side, we're going to run it through and go a little circle. Wow, my thread is just doing all kinds of really good things. I use double for these buttons of a thread just to hold it better. And then I'm going to go right over here and just, maybe I'll cut it off. And just do repeat. Just put it back. Now you could decorate these with ribbon, all kinds of things, but I like just the little 1.5-inch lace trim that comes. Usually it's pretty cheap. Okay, so that's how you do that part. And surprisingly enough, it will hold. I've had these about a year, the ones I have that I showed you. Washed them several times and went through the wash fine. Okay, so for the lace on the pockets, I am going to actually use this blue on these. So the way you want to start is just fold it. Now, if you want, you can take your straight pin again and put it right there, or not your straight pin, your safety pin. If you want to have something to hold it. Or you can use regular pins, whichever you prefer. I got the right side of the, yeah, that's right, okay. And then I will just go about 1/2 inch out and trim it off so it gets it out of my way. Now all we're going to do with this is start here. I'll pull my thread out of my hand. And I am just going to go right along this seam of the pocket itself. And this is what's called a whip stitch. It's a very simple underneath. I'm just going to go all the way down the sides. Turn this around so you can see it. And I still want my pocket to be usable, so that's why I'm not just sewing it all the way through all the layers. And I'm going to get my safety pin out of here. And then I'm just going along the top here. Okay, now that way. Now this one I'm going to go this way, because I don't want those whippy stitches on the top here in my pocket. And with this one, it's just got a little hole. We got these little holes, so I'm just using that as my guide of where I want my stitches. I'm just putting it right along this top edge. And I know that denim sometimes can be really hard and you may, want a thimble or something, but with this particular fabric, it's, like I said, it's kind of got a little bit of stretch to it, so it's a thinner denim. So it's not like your Levi heavy. Okay. And then we get to the other side. I'm going to use a straight pin this time, which is another alternative. But if you don't have straight pins, and I've lost my needle. Okay. Anyway, that's all we're doing. And we're just going, and you can leave this open. I've chose to stitch mine down just because it holds it better. And then I put it on whatever, whatever pockets you want. If you want to cut these off and put it across the bottom and make them like capris, that's also another choice. So happy sewing, and thanks.